Um, Today, I want to talk about how I believe the common man can rise higher than a business school graduate in business. I really honestly believe that because hard, different business schools, I believe, are playing to large corporations and feeding their needs. So it's groupthink. It's which there's nothing wrong with that. Uh, you know, the group mind. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want to venture out and start your own business, you really need to have leadership, skills and be able to, break um, a a whole thing that you're building down, be able to see it clearly and see the different tasks that you have to do and the priority of those tasks. So uh, you have to be able to not procrastinate, go out and be able to get this done, and stay on it without someone beating you up. You have to keep yourself on the mark. So, but I believe that if you can rise to having your own uh, business within the village, and people can trust you, and you're a good person, I believe you can rise as far as lifestyle and the really good feelings of life. When you can feel that you have actually accomplished something and you're good for your neighborhood. You know, life is better because you have lived and you have let, I believe, the spirit of your creator come through and be the shining light that you can be when linked with that. So I don't want you to think because you are in a bad situation and the TV tries to tell you that oh you're just doomed. You're nothing without that. You'll never be anything. You're never buying into the system. No, I don't believe that. I believe you have life experience, which you can't buy. Money can't buy that. And I'm not saying run out and get all this bad life experience, no, to people, because no, you don't want to go down those roads. But use that life experience. You are not your mistakes. So if you have made mistakes, learn from them and go on. And it doesn't matter if other people continue to look at you in a bad way. You just keep going on for what you believe in, okay? You can't, don't play to the crowd. You know what? They are no better than you are. Nobody, who is without sin, cast the first stone, okay? You just remember that, okay? So don't let anybody tell you who you are. You find out who you are when linked with God, okay? And never, ever let anyone get to you to the point where you would want to end your life. Why? Because they're saying this about you and that's the most important thing. No, you know what? You want to lose the self. You want to link with God. But when you link with God, you get a greater self. It's a trip. It's a trip. I believe that. I believe that because I have created, I used to create bad situations, but I have also created good situations for myself. And it's through God, right? I wasn't linked with God when I was doing the bad. But when I link with God and I get the good ideas that God will give, and it's not about taking the power and using it for myself, because I feel that I want to be a benefit here to my brothers and sisters, and we are all brothers and sisters here. So, but you know what? I want to reach the kids, or kids who have had problems and they're hurt. Usually it's because they've come from backgrounds where they got hurt and then they didn't really have a good core value system. So then they kind of start checking it out a little bit, and then they get themselves into trouble, and then they go into prison, then they get out, and oh yeah, it's that Jimmy da 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 da, the bad kid. People just they really just try to keep you down. Well, you know what I would say, get away from that. Sometimes you have to get away from people and be strong enough to create your own life again, and don't have people looking at you and trying to hold you in past situations and say this is who you are. No, you're not static. You are here, consciousness, learning, I believe the knowledge of good and evil. So you are consciousness. You're not body, and you're not. You can elevate your consciousness. It's not a static thing, And we really need to elevate our consciousness here. We have got a really low consciousness problem. We are not linking with supreme consciousness. The supreme consciousness of God. You link with that, things get better. And now our weather is going to come, and so you better get it together. But anyway, I want the common man to rise. You have a lot of energy, and start your smaller business. Maybe you and a partner, maybe just you. But you have to be organized. You got to know what you're doing, or you could lose things. And start small. Don't get too big too fast. A lot of people fall with that, or too overextended. You don't want to borrow too much money either. That's not to be in debt. Anyway, you go out, you make it a great day, and remember, love is the answer.